What's going on, everybody? Well, this is not going to be a cheerful video, so parental advisory for this video is probably in order. There might be some adult language and adult content that is going to be in this video. So, if you have your kids watching this, please do not let them. I got some things that I need to address, and I didn't want to. And I have done everything in my power to not have to. But looks like I'm not going to have any choice but to get into this conversation. And I didn't want to. I don't like drama. I freaking hate drama. I try to keep as much drama as I can off of my channel. I do show my life, parts of my life, and it's hard to keep all the drama off the channel. Like with my breakups, that's people come into my life, and when I break up and they're no longer on the channel, I have to address it, and that's an unfortunate thing in what I do for a living. A lot of people say, oh, it ain't nobody's business and that and this, but I put myself out there. So people get vested, and if I don't address things, then it just snowballs into this huge unnecessary drama fest, and and then assumptions. If I don't address things, then people are free to spin narratives however they choose to spin them. And I am tired of being spun into narratives that has absolutely not a damn thing to do with me. And the thing about it is guys, when I moved to this area, Arkansas, it was to escape drama, meanness, selfishness, and all that kind of stuff, and surround myself with people that are like-minded, that's caring, that cares about community and stuff like that. Well, there's a problem with that. For about 2.5 years, it was that way. It's not that way anymore. And it's got me to the point I'm pretty much done. I started when I came here helping everybody. Hell, I was here. I wasn't even here yet, and I was already helping at the 41.36 and stuff. Bought a brand new tractor and dropped it off before I even used it to be used out there. I've helped countless people since I've been here. Some on camera, a lot not on camera, guys, that y'all know nothing about. Just me helping to help. And well, I've gotten roped into a situation here, boy, let me tell you, between a group, and it's not my fight, guys. It's not my fight. I have tried to help where I can help. I've tried to, trying to choose my words carefully here because I'm pissed off. I'm very pissed off right now. I'm tired of things not being addressed, and I'm tired of me getting spun up in it when it has nothing to do with me, except for the fact that I've tried to help. I'm not perfect by no means, but trust me when I tell you that I do everything in my natural born power to help everybody around me. Everybody. And without asking for stuff in return. This whole Gumby Pops situation, I have had enough of this shit. We're talking about two grown-ass men here that have beef with each other. And we'll get into that here in a minute. There's history there. And somehow I'm involved because two grown-ass men got a problem with each other. Because I'm trying to stay neutral in it. And kind of be there to help everybody. Yeah, I'm over that shit. I'm over it. I'm going to have haters. I mean, that's just part of this world. And trust me, I know who y'all are. And don't think that I don't see y'all on one channel talking shit and then coming to my channel and acting like everything's gravy. I see. I don't really hide many people from my channel, guys. I've been doing this for 5 years, and my hide list might be 20, 30 people max. Because I don't typically care about the drama at all. I try to avoid it, honestly, out of everybody that does this around me. I am one of the ones that people come to actually vent and to help talk through the dark side of YouTube, which is the trolls and the comments and all that other stuff. And I try not to let it affect me. But I am human. And once you start calling out my character, that's typically when I get a little pissed off. I work very hard to be a good person. I'm not perfect by no means, but I have no agendas. I'm not about using people. I'm not about getting used. I'm not about anything like that. I try to help people. I try to make sure that everybody around me is moving forward and excelling and prospering and stuff. I'm not a greedy person. I am very free with my time and my efforts and everything else. And I have given the opportunity for this to be addressed without me having to address it. And it has not happened. But yet more things keep happening and coming out. And I keep getting drug into the middle of it with some hateful ass comments. Calling into judgment my character and all of that. So we're going to clear that shit up today. You want to criticize my builds, my work ethic, stuff like that, that's fine. But when it comes to my character, nah, I draw the line there. I'm going to start, we're going to touch on a couple of things here. I'm going to start with the, how can you do Gumby so wrong and be dealing with Pops, and Pops is a snake and this and that, and Gumby's done so much for you and all this other stuff. Let's be clear, Gumby was compensated for what he's done for me. I don't talk about it because it's really nobody's business, guys, but the work that Gumby's done for me has not been for free. It isn't just out the kindness of his heart. And a couple of weeks ago, I gave him the opportunity to actually address that. The last wave of this character drama and stuff that kind of came on one of his lives. And he danced around it, but he didn't address it to the fullest like I asked. And to be honest with you, when this whole serving thing happened yesterday, which I wasn't a part of at all, but of course, I'm the main one in the comments that everybody wanted to talk crap on and on his live last night. Not once did he read any of those comments and address that. He just kind of brushed on over it like he's the victim. He's not. And when it comes to the him and Pops thing, he's got his reasons not to like Pops, and Pops got his reasons not to like him. And that's their business. But to sit there and brush off like it's just me using and not doing nothing for him, let me go on and put some facts down. Gumby owed Pops $4,500 for Pops helping Gumby out, getting Bertha. Now, I've given the opportunity for Gumby to state all of this and address this, but he just don't want to do it. But yet wants me to help him fix all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and put where I come into play on all of this. Because as far as the Gumby Pops things, that ain't got a damn thing to do with me. That's on them. They're two grown-ass men that's got a conflict, and they can deal with that shit on their own. I am a very helpful person, and I am one of the leaders in this area community thing. But that doesn't mean it's my responsibility to fix everybody's shit. But he owed Pops $4,500 for helping him with Bertha and flying him down there and helping get Bertha back and all that other stuff. Well, then they had a falling out. And Pops was worried about not getting his money back. And so a deal was worked out between Gumby, Pops, and myself that Gumby would do the work that y'all have seen him doing to pay off the debt to Pops. So that's $4,500 right there. Okay. On top of that, I've also paid for all of the diesel for Bertha for the last 3 months. Not just for my projects, but for anything that Gumby had going on at his house. For digging the J pond and all that other stuff. And also going over to other people's houses and doing projects for them as well that's 30 plus minutes away. I'm the one that paid for all of that fuel. Plus all the hydraulic oil and stuff like that. And buying food and taking him to get beer and all kinds of stuff that goes on behind the cameras that y'all don't see. So nothing was done for free. I also got some comments about the electric. Having Gumby hook up the electric for Pops. No, Gumby hooked the electric up for me, and that also was not free. I paid him $50 to hook up one plug. One plug. Supposed to be 2, but the breaker was wrong, and I changed it out and fixed it. Now, I don't normally put all of this stuff out there, guys, because I don't want to spin a narrative one direction or another. I try to stay as neutral as I possibly can with everybody. Because the thing about a community growing, guys, when it's small, you don't have drama. I was in this community for 2.5 years, and it was a very small community. And guess what? We never had one drama within the community. Now the community has grown quite a bit, and there has been a ton of drama. Tons of drama. And I have tried to stay neutral with all of it and not pick sides. Because I don't want nobody's drama. I didn't move here to be a counselor. I didn't move here to be in everybody's drama. I came here to be a part of a community and to help. And that's what I've done. I've helped countless people, guys. Countless. And rarely do I ask for help. I do it because I want to help. Not no agenda. Not to be on somebody's channel or to try to grow my channel or anything else. I've had a lot of channels on my channel helping them grow their channel. I have done a ton of YouTube University behind the scenes, guys, helping a lot of the newcomers and stuff with this YouTube world. Editing, marketing, thumbnails, video advice, filming advice, all kinds of stuff. Lots of hours involved in all of that. And I love it, and I'm glad I can do it. But that doesn't mean that when there's a rift between other people that has nothing to do with me, it's my fault. Or that I should be obligated to pick a side on stuff. It's not my fight. It's not my drama. Yeah. I'm honestly speechless, really, that I've been dealing with this. I've been dealing with this behind the scenes, guys, for 2.5 months, 3 months. And it's increasingly not going away and getting worse. And I've also stressed on all parties involved to keep this shit offline. To handle this behind the scenes and not cause some big community rift over it. But that just doesn't seem to happen. You know, there was another rift a year and a half ago between the Drifting Dreamers and Gumby. Which is my nephew. I stayed neutral in that, guys. I had Gumby on my channel and I had Mike on my channel. And I lost a lot of subscribers because of that rift that had absolutely nothing to do with me. But what you don't know is behind the scenes is I begged and pleaded to keep it offline and for them to handle it like two grown-ass men and keep it to where it doesn't affect the community and everybody having to deal with this and allowing it to get to a point where people felt like they had to pick sides. But guess what? It didn't happen. Didn't happen. Still went public. Now here we are with another public thing, and it's with Gumby also. And I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong and all of that. There's been accusations and stuff, and there's some disturbing accusations, but I have held off on my opinion on different accusations until I can know for a fact, because I'm not one that's all about the he said, she said stuff. That doesn't even hold up in court, guys. Their word against that word and all that other stuff, that doesn't hold up. So I've tried to stay neutral and tried to focus on how I've been treated by that said individual, whether it be Pops or Gumby or Mike or anybody. I'm that way with everybody, guys. There's been other conflicts with Gumby with other people. And I haven't weighed in on that. Some of those people are close to me. And I've stayed out of it. I've stayed neutral. Because Gumby hasn't done anything to me. Now, if things come out and some things become true, then I will make decisions accordingly. Same thing with Pops. It's no different for Pops. I know that I'm touching on the Gumby situation more than the Pops situation, but that's because it keeps getting aired out over there at Gumby's on his lives and everything else, and he's not doing his part to make sure that I'm not brought into it and actually defend the fact that when I do get brought into it, the true situation of how I've been involved to begin with. But as far as Pops in the live a couple of weeks ago, I made it very clear before that live. I'm doing full transparency today. I made it very clear before that live that there was to be no talk about the Gumby and him stuff, but yet it still happened. And I was pissed. And I let it be known that I was extremely pissed about it. And I talked to Gumby and Pops about it. And asked for this to be resolved. Because I'm tired of my name getting drug into it when it ain't got a damn thing to do with me. Now let's move on to the Mary Gumby situation. I got involved with all this, guys, just to help Mary and Miley have a place to go. Everybody knows by now that I'm all about the kids. And Miley was in a toxic situation, and I had a means to help. And I offered the land to Mary to help put some separation with all of that, to stop all of the drama that was going on behind the scenes that y'all don't know nothing about. So I did that from a place of love. I had bought the land. I had the means to break off a couple acres, give Mary the opportunity to move on the land with no money. And I helped negotiate a peaceful separation with all of that, because it was not peaceful. Let's be clear. To keep it as peaceful as possible, because there was a child involved. I helped negotiate Gumby going down there and helping Mary clear her land with myself and getting her set up on her new journey. And in turn, there was things that Gumby was going to receive out of it for said help. So again, it wasn't done just out the kindness of the heart. But I was involved with that to keep the peace as a mediator. And I made it very clear to Gumby and Mary that I don't want to hear about what happened and why and all that other stuff, because it was none of my business. I was there to just help get Mary moved, give her a place to stay, because Gumby nor Mary had any means to make it to where they could split anytime soon. And it wasn't a good environment for them to be on the same property. All of the stuff that was between them is not my story to tell. That's Gumby and Mary's story to tell. And every time that either one would start saying anything to me about it, I would shut it down and say that's not what I'm here for. I was only focused on helping Mary get set up at her new place and helping Gumby get the stuff that he got out of the deal finalized as well. Because that was a mutual thing for the separation. Gumby would do this, Mary would do this, and they were supposed to separate peacefully. As far as the Pops and Mary and Gumby whole saga, I don't have a damn thing to do with that. Nothing. Or the back to good thing with Gumby, all of that, I have nothing to do with that. The only thing that I have done with all of that is back to good and Gumby had a falling out as well. They was getting water and all kinds of other stuff from Gumby. And that's their story to tell as far as what was paid and what was not paid and all that other stuff. All I did was allow them to go and get water from my place so Mary and Rachel and Sean could get water, and they didn't have to deal with Gumby and Gumby didn't have to deal with them because it was a point of tension between all three. 4. So I offered water from HQ that I just got set up to alleviate them having to deal with each other to try to diffuse all the bullshit going on. And all of this, guys, has been done by me to just try to keep it as peaceful as possible for Miley. But yet, I'm drug into it at this point. The whole served thing and all that happened yesterday, I had nothing to do with. But yet, I'm the asshole because of it? How? There is some stuff that has happened and has been said and been done between Gumby and Pops that has nothing to do with me, but if there was a served thing going, then there had to have been something shown or said or something, because they're not just going to do it for no reason. So I have no idea what the reasons are. It's none of my business. None of my business. I am sick and damn tired of trying to be the nice guy, help anybody that I can help, and then me have to deal with backlash because of the shit. I have nothing to gain out of it, guys. Nothing. No matter what direction, whether it deal with Pops or Gumby or Mary or Back to Good or Drifting Dreamers or anybody. I have nothing to gain by getting into all of their shit. I'm just trying to help everybody. That's all. I have a lot of equipment that other people don't have. So I try to help. Save people's backs, save people's wallet, save people's money. And as far as the comments about Pops trying to buy his way into the community, Pops been around for a long time, guys. Long time. Pops has done a lot for me. But it's not a handing me money thing and buying my friendship thing. Guys, it is a mutual thing. Pops has done a lot for me, and I've done a lot for Pops. It's not here, he's just doing things for me. I'm doing a lot of things behind the scenes for him as well. I just don't highlight all the things that I do, guys. I'm never going to highlight every little thing that I do for people. Not going to. I'll give them their flowers when they do for me, but I'm not always going to try to get flowers for something I've done. And that silence with a lot of stuff seems to bite me in the booyakaka more times than not, unfortunately. But the funny thing is if I did say what I've done for everybody and highlight it all the time, well, then I would hear shit because I'm constantly telling everybody what I'm doing, and that doesn't count. So I'm a damned if I do, damned if I don't situation, and that has came to fruition in so many cases since I've started this. It's to the point, guys, that I'm ready to stay on Come On Mountain, not help out a damn soul, focus on what I got going on here, and that's that. And I don't want it to get to that point. I didn't start this for that. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to be a part of a community without getting drug into every damn thing that's going on between people. That's part of life, guys. Anytime you get a big group of people around, people's going to have beef. People's not always going to get along. People's not always going to see eye to eye on everything. But that don't mean everybody around has to choose a damn side. I'm going to let everybody speak for themselves on this, on all the personal side of all of this, guys. And it's a lot. Let me tell you, it's a lot. I have nicknamed that area as the Woods Turns because it's turned into one big ass soap opera that I don't want to guest star in just by trying to help. I'm involved. Yes, I am, because I bought land and trying to help people out. I sold Mary some land. I also sold Pops some land. And let's be clear on the money thing with Pops and all that other stuff. You know how much money I made off Pops selling him that land? Zero. Zero. Not a penny. And to be honest with you, I went and actually paid off that 2 acres today, and actually the deed will be transferred to Pops' name tomorrow. Because he was able to pay for it outright, so I was able to just give it to him at cost. Because he's helping to bring power into the neighborhood for everybody. He's helping to bring water and fiber and fixing roads and stuff like that. So instead of making a profit on selling land, I decided that what he's bringing to the area is worth the profit. And I did that for everybody out there. Because I could have been like, no, I want to make money on the land. It was an investment. And I need to make money on it. But no, instead I gave up my profit on it just to help everybody else that's going to go in that area get the amenities and stuff that they got. And I live up here without any. I'm getting sick and tired of trying to be the nice guy just to get thrown up under the bus over other people's bullshit. I did not want to have to make a video on this damn subject. And I begged for parties involved to remove me from it and state very clearly that I'm not in this shit. My involvement is simply trying to help. And Gumby has not done nothing to me personally. And Pops has not done anything to me personally. Their beef and what they got going on and what Mary and Gumby's got going on is their stuff. And like I said, I've heard some wild accusations out from everybody. And until some things are proven, because I haven't talked to people about it, because I make it very clear that's y'all's personal business, then I'm not going to pass judgment and pick sides and all of that. So when you see Pops on my channel, it's because I've known Pops for a long time, and he's always been good to me. When you see Gumby on my channel, Gumby's never done nothing to me. I will tell you this, I don't know Gumby that well. I don't know Mary that well. And just because you see people on my channel does not mean that I know everything about them and I know their past and all that other stuff. I met Gumby and them when they moved up here. I'm not the one that moved them up here. Mike and Lissa are the ones that moved them up here. I met them like that. And now they're not even friends anymore. But yet here I am still being neutral, as you can see. There's so much behind the scenes, guys, that y'all don't know. I just want my name to be kept out of it. And I've made it clear to everybody involved the same thing. This ain't me making a video on surprise. I have stated it very clear that I'm not into the drama. And I don't want to be a part of it. And I don't want to be a guest star on As the Woods Turns. It has nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing. Except for the fact that I'm a landowner out there and I've sold land to 2 people involved. But it is Gumby, Mary, Pops, Back to Good. Everybody's business to speak their own truth. I just don't want to be a part of it. But at the same time, I also don't want to get to a point where I don't want to help anybody anymore. But I'm almost there, guys. I'm this close. I'm this close to selling every damn thing and leaving. Because I'm not going to be in part of some big drama fest every time somebody don't get along with somebody else. Just because I associate with both people. And there's also different levels, guys. We help each other out and stuff, but not everybody in this community is best friends. It's not the way it works. Some people are just associates. Some people are just people that we work together with. That we do the same thing and we see each other at events and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that we're like close and like best friends and all of that. My name gets associated with a lot of people that I barely speak to, that I don't even really know. But I don't want to be persecuted for other people's stuff. This truly has nothing to do with me. Honestly, I got involved with all of this by selling Mary land and trying to negotiate a peaceful settlement between Pops and Gumby and debts owed. I'm over it. For all the people that wanted to talk shit about me and unsubscribe about something that has absolutely nothing to do with me, it's your choice. Your choice. But there's many sides to stories. And just because I ain't one that's been speaking on it all, I've tried to keep the peace. And Gumby even said that 2 weeks ago on his live or whatever, that I have been instrumental in trying to keep it as peaceful as possible between him and Mary with their separation. And I have done everything in my power with the Gumby and Pops thing behind the scenes to try to get that shit to stop before it affected y'all. But we're way past that now. And I did let it be known 2 weeks ago that if it didn't stop and if my name didn't stop getting put into this, that I'd make this video. Well, here it is. So, love every single one of y'all. But I think it's getting to the point that I'm going to have to stop helping so much and close my ranks a little bit. Focus on the ones that don't bring drama into my life. And focus on Come On Mountain for a little while. Because I can't do this, guys. I'm not one that does well with drama. I don't want to live that life. So at this point, if I have anybody on my channel, guys, it does not mean that I'm directly involved into their day-to-day personal life. It is not my responsibility to be the fixer of everybody's problems. I've got enough of my own. Trust me. So please stop passing judgment on me when I ain't got a damn thing to do with this situation, except for I've tried to help everybody involved. It's sad, but I'm over this shit. Y'all have a good day.